Hey guys, it's Carl Brown from GL365 Academy. Today we're going to learn all the heavy distorted rhythm parts to one. So this one won't be too long of a video. It's pretty straightforward here. We got some difficult stuff to do, except it's just kind of repetitive. So let's take a look at that chorus that I just played right there. It's really short the first couple of times he does it. Just a power chord here, 3rd fret on the low E string and 5th fret on the A and the D. Then you open an A power chord, 2nd fret there off the A string, back to the open A, back to the 1st chord. Play this. Now I'll kind of like use my little finger to kind of play both of those notes up there on the power chord, so I don't have to shift around too much. So after you've come back here to the 3rd fret, come down to the 2nd fret, and back over to 2nd fret on the 5th string, then that open A. Play this. Alright, from there, back to the 2nd fret power chord, up to the 4th fret, back to the 2nd, and then open A. Then 3, 4, 5, just the single notes. So all together. All right. So that takes care of the first couple of times they play that, and then they go into the same interlude that we learned in the first video. So then we get to when we do it a little bit later, and he kind of extends it, and it leads into another section of the song, this kind of harmony section. But the extended version of the chorus sounds like this. All right, so you can see I added some palm muting at the very end there. So it's pretty much the same we did before. But when we got to that part, instead of going that, we just go back to that 2 and back to the 4. So we have this. And then start the riff over. All right, so the 3rd time through, then you start changing it up. So I added some palm muting there. Same first chord. The chords are the same. It's just you're slightly laying the palm right before where the strings meet the bridge. Give it some of that percussive effect. All right, so that kind of leads us to this next part, which is kind of a harmony guitar section Metallica is pretty famous for. I'm going to show you pretty much what's going on, the rhythm guitar part underneath it, which has some harmonies in it too. And I'll kind of show you a little bit what's going on the harmony parts, but there's so many guitar layers here, you can just pretty much choose which one you want to do. So this rhythm sounds like this. All right, so we had it the same way the first 4 times. So that's the 3rd fret on the A string, 2nd fret on the D, then 2 on the A string and open D string. Back to the 1st chord, back to the 2-0 chord, and then 3rd fret on the low E, 2nd fret on the A. So we have this. Then grab the full power chord there and just kind of do a couple hits on that. Then take the power chord over to the 2nd fret here off the 5th string. So you play the full power chord, then reach over to the 2nd fret here on the low E string, kind of a muted note, and then back. So we have do that twice there. Then move up to the 3rd fret. Do the same thing. Hit the open chord, 3rd fret on the low E, muted, and then just once back up top on the power chord. So all together. Alright, so you do all that 4 times. Alright, so after the 4th time, we start doing the... So that's just 7 on the A string, the 5th fret on the D. So you play those 2 together, then add the 7th fret on the D string, then back to the 7/5. Alright, then shift it down to 5 on the A string, 4 on the D, and this time you're going to be muting, palm muting. It's the same pattern though. You add that 5th fret on the D string after a few hits, and then go back down to the 4th fret. Play this. Alright, then we have kind of the same ending we did the previous. Back to this. Now the 2nd time of doing it, and then the 2nd time you're gonna play this chord and kind of do a quick little rhythm on it. And that last chord, which takes us into the next section, is just low E string open, and you're holding that power chord, the 3rd fret on the 5th string, and then the 5th fret on the D string. Kind of creates a dissonant sound, but that's what's going on. Alright, so what's going on over that harmony part? So we have this. Or we have this part. Or we have this one. And even this one. So all those things combine to just create this sound. And some of them are octaves, some are just... So obviously, unless you have 15 guitar players in your band, it's going to be hard to make this sound exactly like it. So I kind of would usually just do the... Then the 2nd time. Alright, so it's just really up to you, but that's what's going on. All those parts are combined, and you can just choose one that you want to do. So anyway, then we get to the kind of really fast double kick session where we have some fast picking going on. So it kind of sounds like this. Alright, so I think you get the point. So we have, this is going on with the kick drums. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, hit. So we're holding this power chord, this open E power chord, the 2nd fret on the A and the D string together with the low E string open. So we're going to do down, up, down, up, down, up, and hit those 2 notes. Alright, now we're going to play them sometimes open. Basically, we don't kill it immediately, we let them ring open. And sometimes we will go 2 and then move it up 1 fret and hit it again on those 2 strings. So what I'm going to do is going to show you exactly everything that he'll be doing with this kind of rhythm guitar style. It's all very repetitive with slight variations. So I'm going to you're going to have to listen to the song obviously and get to know what the sound of it, which you would anyway. But you'll just know that everything he's doing is going to be contained with what I'm going to show you here. So the different chords that he might play, the different rhythms. This whole last part of the song is just stuff repeated, and he kind of just does slight variations. So we have that kind of stuff. So we just have, when the vocals come in, see how he's just ending it with that 2-3, but most of the time he just ends it with the 2. Try to keep a nice loose wrist there. Now we do have, after his first line of vocals, we have this little melody. Alright, so that's same rhythm, except now we have this melody in between those rapid alternate pick palm muted notes. We have 7 on the A, then hammer 7 to 8. Then to 5 on the A, then hammer 5 to 8. Then start over. Now this last one, instead of hammering back to 5-8, it goes 5 on the A string, and then 7 on the low A. Then we're back to the rhythm. Then we get to the double time section, which is just a slightly different rhythm with the same chorus. So we just have a lot of 6 hits, 3. All right, so we have a lot of that going on underneath this and underneath the guitar solo. Now within that, sometimes he will play, just so you can listen for this, power chord at this 3rd fret, here at the, just on the low 6th string. And also do the power chord at the 1st fret. So that's the only variations he's going to do. He's either going to be playing off this open chord. When you hear the root change, though, it's either going to be the 3rd fret or the 1st fret. So it's just all about kind of just following along with the song and then listening for when he's going to be making these changes. I mean, if I worked it all out for you, since it's such a long part, it would take forever, but it's just easy to just kind of follow along. So he does have that rhythm in there sometimes. Instead of going, he's just just 2 downstrokes and then a big hit on the chord. All right, so we do have this kind of a little riff in there. It sounds like this. All right, so that was basically just that rhythm on the low E string, and then you're gonna, that little descending thing is you're just playing 5, 4, 3, 2 on the A string. Now the first time you play that little descending thing, you'll hear it twice. You're gonna hit that full 6 times on the 5th fret, then 3 times on all the others. And then later it's a little bit shorter. You just play them all 3. Alright, so that's it for all the heavy parts, the heavy distorted rhythm guitar parts. And then the next lesson we're going to take a look at the little clean solo that happens, the second solo in the song. I'll see you then.